Teen Council, I teach teens about abstinence, birth control, how to protect against sexually transmitted disease, what a healthy relationship really is, and so much more. I know that I am going to use this information not only this year, but beyond. People need to know these things. PPCW's Teen Council Peer Educator Program trains high school students to educate their peers about healthy, responsible choices and behaviors surrounding sex. Last year, 40 Teen Council peer educators in Portland, Gresham, Woodburn, and Central Oregon reached more than 16,000 of their peers and adults. PPCW's education department provided sexual and reproductive health education to more than 25,000 youth and adults. That's 25,000 people who would not have received education without PPCW. Next, I'd like to introduce you to Lisa and read to you something Lisa recently wrote about PPCW. I'm infinitely grateful to Planned Parenthood for providing me a safe and empowering place to seek health care, especially amid the post-college transitions I faced the last 7 months. Usually, I dread visiting physicians, but at Planned Parenthood, I feel calm and well cared for. You can bet that when I'm more settled in this community and financially secure, Planned Parenthood will be the first organization to which I donate. 75% of Planned Parenthood Columbia-Willamette's patients are just like Lisa. They're between the ages of 18 and 29, without insurance, just starting out, and with their whole life ahead of them. In our 11 health centers in Oregon and Southwest Washington, PPCW provides low-cost annual exams, family planning services, STD care, early cervical cancer detection and treatment. In fact, those things make up 95% of all the services we provide. What PPCW does best, without a doubt, is prevent unintended pregnancies and keep people healthy. The last person I'd like to introduce to you today is Kyle White. Kyle has done what our keynote speaker, Sheryl WuDunn, and her husband, Kristof, urge us to do. Go see the world, come back, make a difference. I'd like to share Kyle's story with you. Kyle said, "My passion for Planned Parenthood and its mission developed when I served as an urban youth development volunteer in Paraguay. My time there provided me with a glimpse into a world where women's choices are restricted and access to reproductive health is widely unavailable. Without the ability to control their reproductive lives, it was significantly harder for the youth I worked with to achieve their goals and live the lives they wanted for themselves." Kyle returned to the United States and became a community organizer for Planned Parenthood Columbia-Willamette, working every day to pass policies that not only make sense for women and young people, but also make the quality of their lives better. During Oregon's past legislative session, PPCW helped pass a bill requiring insurance coverage of the HPV vaccine, which can provide protection against cervical cancer. PPCW also successfully helped pass a bill updating Oregon's sex education statute. Lisa, Kyle, and Sham are all here today, and I'd like to ask them to stand while we thank them for sharing their stories with us. Many of you in this room have your own Planned Parenthood stories. I know this because time and time again, people have told me they support Planned Parenthood today because Planned Parenthood was there for them when they needed it most. Perhaps it was the only place where you could go for health care. Or perhaps it was a reliable source of comprehensive, medically accurate sex education. Or for advocating on behalf of policies that improve all of our lives and the lives of those of the next generation, who I hope will be able to stand up here in the future as I have today and be able to proclaim that they too have never lived a day in which access to reproductive health care is illegal. I want to thank you again for being here in this room in support of Planned Parenthood Columbia-Willamette. All of you together have built Planned Parenthood Columbia-Willamette and created an environment in which Lisa can receive services, Sham can promote healthy choices, and Kyle can work to ensure the mission can continue. I very much look forward to being a part of the future of sexual and reproductive health care, to improving access, to promoting education, and to protecting our rights. Thank you. By a show of hands, how many of you here today have read Sheryl WuDunn and Nicholas Kristof's book, Half the Sky? I hope after the lunch there are a lot more hands up. Those of you who have read the book then are familiar with what has been coined the girl effect. The girl effect is the ability of adolescent girls in developing countries, and I would argue everywhere around the world, including here in Oregon and Southwest Washington, to bring unprecedented social and economic change to their families, communities, and countries. When girls and young women are supported, educated, and empowered, everyone benefits. The girl effect is what we do every day here at Planned Parenthood Columbia-Willamette, and it is why we all are here today at this lunch. While the video we are about to see and Sheryl WuDunn's book focus on an international stage, I encourage you to think about how Planned Parenthood Columbia-Willamette is making this happen here in Oregon and Southwest Washington, and to think about how you can partner with Planned Parenthood Columbia-Willamette to contribute to the girl effect.
My name is David Greenberg. I'm the president and CEO of Planned Parenthood of the Columbia-Willamette. It's a pleasure to be with you here today. Would you join me in saying thank you to Saskia de Boer one more time?